Bilt just flipped the credit card game on its head. They didn't just come out with one new card, they came out with 3. And for the first time ever, Bilt claims that you can earn rewards on rent and mortgage without paying extra fees. But is this true, and why are so many people frustrated with the new Bilt 2.0 rollout? Well, in the rest of this video, I'm going to be breaking down all 3 of the new Bilt 2.0 cards in plain English so you know exactly which one makes sense for you, and also which one you should probably skip. I'll even walk you through exactly how to apply for the cards and how I was personally able to get approved for the new Bilt Palladium card within a matter of seconds. But there may be some restrictions, so make sure to stay all the way to the end of the video to learn more. Now, if you're new here, hi, my name is Joe Parys and I'm a self-made millionaire currently paying more than $3,000 in annual fees with premium travel credit cards with a credit score around 800. And by using these premium cards, I've been able to book Emirates First Class, Qatar Airways Q Suite, Singapore Airlines Business Class with Emirates, as well as I recently just booked Japan Airlines new First Class Suite. And here on this channel, I teach you about all things credit cards and finance, and I do so from personal experience. This video has not been sponsored, and I paid for everything that you see out of my own pocket. So if learning about how to maximize as well as multiply your money is something that interests you, make sure to smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, and click the notification bell, because our videos here on this channel are very time sensitive. You're not going to want to miss out. Now, let's get started. Now, before diving into the 3 new Bilt credit cards, it's important to understand what Bilt is and why their company and their points are so valuable. Now, Bilt is known for being the world's first payment program built around your housing costs that let you earn points on rent and now your mortgage payments the same way other cards let you earn on flights and groceries. And they give you a flexible points currency that you can redeem for travel credit towards rent or future down payments like everyday purchases and more. And with Bilt's 1.0 version, they became very popular because they turned a big routine expense that normally earned nothing into a way to build rewards and improve your credit, something very few programs did before. Now, another main reason why so many people like Bilt and their program is because of their very strong transfer partners. Currently, at the time of this recording, you're able to transfer your Bilt points at a mostly one-to-one transfer to some of the most popular airlines and hotels in the world. This includes Emirates, Japan Airlines, British Airways, Alaska, Air France, Qatar Airways, Southwest, United, Air Canada, and many more. And for hotels, you can transfer one-to-one to World of Hyatt, Hilton, Marriott, and even IHG. Now, why I found out about Bilt and why it excited me is that you could transfer one-to-one on Emirates and Japan Airlines. These are some of the best airlines in the world, and they offer some of the best products. And because they have a one-to-one transfer ratio right now, this is a huge benefit and what makes Bilt really stand out. So now that you know a little bit more about Bilt and what they can offer you, let's talk about these 3 new cards. First, we have the Bilt Blue card. This is the no-fee starter card. Now, who is this for? This is for someone who wants rewards without paying an annual fee. That's because the cost is $0, and here's what you get in return. You get 1 point per dollar on everyday purchases and 4% back in Bilt Cash on everyday spend. Think food, gas, and everything else. They also have a decent intro bonus of $100 in Bilt Cash when you open the card. There's also no foreign transaction fees, which is really nice if you travel the world. Now, this to me is a fantastic card if you're brand new to the points and miles game and you don't want to pay an annual fee, but it is a little bit limited in what you can actually earn in terms of points, and the intro bonus is just $100 in Bilt Cash. But overall, for having no fee, this is a good entry-level card, and it's great if you want some return on your daily spend and have no costs. Now, second is the Bilt Obsidian card, and this is their mid-tier everyday rewards card. This is for people who spend a little bit more on dining, groceries, and travel, and with an annual fee of $95 a year, here's what it includes. You can either choose 3 times points on dining or groceries every year, and there's a cap of $25,000. You also earn 2x points on travel, 4% back on Bilt Cash. Now, you'll also receive a $200 Bilt Cash sign-up bonus, $100 worth of annual credits, and there's a 10% intro APR for new eligible purchases. And after 12 billing cycles, the variable APR will increase to 26 to 34%. So who is this card for? Well, this is a great card if you want to have a small annual fee, which I believe can be offset by the $100 credit and the welcome bonus, especially if you eat out and travel a lot. And this card being right in between the blue and the palladium offers, I believe, that next tier up for people who don't want to have a large annual fee card. But now let's talk about number 3, the Bilt Palladium Palladium card, which is the card that I just applied for and was approved for. So who is this card for? This card is for heavy spenders or frequent travelers who want the best perks. Now it does come with a hefty $495 annual fee, but here's what you get in return. You get 2x points on everyday purchases, not just bonus categories, as well as 4% back in Bilt Cash on everything. You also get a generous upfront welcome bonus of 50,000 Bilt points after spending $4,000 or more in the first 3 months. And this spend is on non-housing purchases, so you can't use this for your rent or mortgage. You also receive $300 in Bilt Cash as a sign-up bonus, and if used correctly, this is designed to offer over $1,000 in annual value. So let's break this down even more. Where does this $1,000 in annual value come from? First, as a card holder of any of these cards, you can pay rent and mortgage with no transaction fees. But there is a bit of a nuance, which I'm going to share with you here in just a second. Then with the Palladium card, you do get $400 semi-annually in travel credits, but you do need to use this in 2-day stays, $200 in Bilt Cash, Priority Pass, which they value at $469 a year, cellular protection, auto renter collision damage waiver, and much more. Now, I'm not going to walk through every single detail of this card. I will leave a link down below in the description if you want to read even more about this, but these are the big value propositions that they're offering right now. But now let's talk about this rent and mortgage situation and how can you get it without paying a fee. Now, I am going to use simple math in this demonstration, but here's how I understand this new 2.0 rollout when it comes to mortgage and rent. In order to receive the full amount of Bilt points, you will need to use your credit card up to 75% of your mortgage payment. That way, you earn this amount of Bilt Cash, which then will offset a fee. So there technically is a fee. So here's the example. Let's say your mortgage or rent was $1,000. 3% of $1,000 is $30. Now, in order to earn 1,000 Bilt points, you would have to pay $30 in Bilt Cash in order to receive the full amount of Bilt points. This means that you would need to spend $750 on your Bilt card throughout the month in order to earn 4% back in Bilt Cash. Now, this is different from the Bilt 1.0 program. There was not this restriction. In Bilt 1.0, all you had to do was use the card 5 times a month. And what was happening is that people was going to the grocery store, buying a pack of gum 5 times, saying that they used the card and spent maybe $10 on it, and then they were getting a bunch of free Bilt points just for using their rent and mortgage. Now, this was an amazing offer while it lasted. Unfortunately, it was too good of an offer, and this is why I believe Bilt has now shifted into 2.0, meaning you actually have to use these cards in order to, quote unquote, not have to pay a fee to get these points for your rent or mortgage. Now, there's also been a massive new update when it comes to rewards for housing and rent, and the CEO has said that, quote, Bilt card holders will never be charged for a fee for earning rewards on housing payments. However, with that in mind, they're introducing a new, simpler option to earn fee-free rewards on rent mortgage. Now you can actually earn up to 1.25x on each payment. So here is how this is going to work. You will now be able to choose one of 2 options for how you want to be rewarded on housing payments with the new Bilt 2.0 rollout. The core benefits of each card are not changing. This is only an update on how you earn rewards on your housing payment. Option 1 is a simple, fee-free way to earn on housing. You pay your rent or mortgage every month with no transaction fee. However, the earning of the points on the housing will automatically be in lieu of how much you're earning in Bilt Cash. While everyday spend will not earn Bilt Cash, you will still get your annual and welcome Bilt Cash credits with the card. The more that you use the card for everyday spend, the higher the points multiplier on housing, now up to 1.25x. So here is how this works. Points on housing with a minimum everyday spend as a percentage of monthly rent or mortgage, example as of $2,000 in rent. If you spend at least 25% of monthly rent, which is $500 on the card, you will earn 0.5x points. If you spend at least 50%, which is $1,000 on the card, 0.75 points. 75% gets you that 1x point. And if you would spend as much as your monthly rent or more, you would actually earn 1.2x points. And if you don't hit the minimum spend requirement, you still earn 250 points per month. Now, there's also a second option if you prefer the original fee-free structure we launched with the 2.0 card. It's still available to you where earning the 4% cash back in Bilt and everyday purchases can offset the fee, because when you pay your full rent or mortgage every month, there is no transaction fee because you're offsetting it with the Bilt Cash. Now, I will leave this article in the description below so that you can understand even more about what the housing rewards are with Bilt. Now, if this sounds like it's too much to deal with, you don't have to pay rent or mortgage. with the Bilt card. In fact, I'm not really even looking at these cards to pay my rent or mortgage from because, to be honest, it's just not really worth the hassle, energy, and effort for me. And where people are a little bit disappointed is because now that they have to pay this fee or at least offset it, it's not technically free and they actually have to use these new cards. Well, that's exactly what Bilt wants you to do. It doesn't want you to just take the card, have the card, and then not use it, especially if they're going to be doing something that no other credit card is doing, giving you a rent or a mortgage payment now back in valuable Bilt points. Now we also have some breaking news. Bilt just unveiled its new Bilt Cash details, and there's going to be even more details coming in the future. So make sure to continue to keep coming back to the channel for these updates. But here's how you can spend your Bilt Cash right now. First and foremost, dining and groceries. You got Grubhub, $10 in credit every single month towards restaurant and grocery delivery. You also have a home delivery powered by GoPuff, up to only $5 in credit every single month. You have GoPuff Fam, up to $100 annually. You have the dining partners at checkout, up to $25. Bilt says they're going to be expanding this. They also have different experiences up to $50 per month starting March. Now, there are also other cardholder exclusive point bonuses and benefits like their point accelerator. This is where you can do an activation of $200 in Bilt Cash, and it can be used for 5 activations per year to earn and boost your points. Here's how this will work. Obsidian earnings that offer are enabled 4 points per dollar spending on dining or groceries, 3 points per dollar on travel, and 2 points per dollar every single day spent. Now for Platinum earnings, when this offer is enabled, you get 3 points per dollar on everyday spend. Now we also have travel and transportation. This is where you unlock higher transfer bonuses. Use Bilt Cash to unlock 1 tier higher on rent day transfer bonuses. You also have hotel stays. Here you can redeem up to $50 a month for blue and silver and $100 for gold members. Lyft credits, you get $10 every single month in credit towards Lyft rides. Black Lane rides, you get $50 a year, $100 for gold, $150 for platinum. Blade credits, you get $350 per seat, up to 2 bookings per year, available starting March 1st. You also are able to unlock home away from home benefits, up to $95 in Bilt Cash. You can unlock this, Priority Pass, as well as Bilt Neighborhood. And then you also have the health and wellness, fitness centers up to $40 per month, Walgreens up to $10, Bilt Comedy Experiences up to $50 per month, and Bilt Design Collections where you're able to do $10 per month toward Bilt Design Collection purchases. Now, my thoughts and opinions on this new rollout. I do like how you're able to get the $3 per earned for Palladium as well as $4. This is fantastic use of, I believe, $200 in Bilt Cash for up to $5,000 spend. However, everything else here, the spend is very minimal. It makes me want to not spend and use this card a lot because if I have a lot of Bilt Cash, what am I going to do with it if I can only spend $50 a month here, $50 a month here, $10 a month in Lyft credits? It's just not enough money. I want to be able to spend a couple $100s on a hotel. That would then give me something back in return. So overall, I hope that they do make some changes here to some of these things. Overall, I think the best value for using your Bilt Cash is going to be for the points accelerator option. So to me, I understand that yes, it's a little bit annoying, especially if you were in the Bilt 1.0 program, but to be honest, Bilt 2.0 and the cards as they sit right now still offer incredible benefits, enough for me personally to spend my own hard-earned money at this, but only because I'm going to use these properly. But the welcome offer on the Palladium as well as the point system and the Bilt Cash back alone make this a no-brainer, at least for 1 year to try out, in my personal opinion. And again, the reason why is because the transfer partners and the 1-to-1 ratio right now for Bilt points make Bilt points literally the most valuable points you can earn in the credit card game today. So how exactly do you apply for these new cards? Let me walk you through step by step. But before I do, here are a couple of quick notes. You must be at least 18 and a US resident, including territories, in order to apply. Approval will also depend on your credit profile and other financial information. So having a good credit score here is certainly going to help your case. And with the new Bilt 2.0 rollout, applications are now available, but your card may not be available until February, which is what it showed me at the time of this recording. So make sure you are applying for the current lineup available. So to apply, first, you need to create a Bilt account. Go to BiltRewards.com and sign up with your email and phone number, and then verify your account. Second, visit the official card page. I will link everything down below for you in the description. And once you have your Bilt account, simply go to the card application page at BiltRewards.com bilt.com/card and choose the card that you want. Next, fill out the application by entering in your personal details, income, and agree to a credit check. Next, if you qualify, you will instantly get approved and the physical card will be mailed to you at the time that Bilt says it will be. So there you have it. It's really that simple to get your hands on the new Bilt 2.0 cards. Now, what are my own personal thoughts on the three and why did I choose the Palladium? Personally, I think that each card is very good for a very specific type of person. The blue card is great for those who are new to credit cards and they just want to actually try the new Bilt system risk-free. That's the key. It costs you nothing and you can apply and most likely get approved right away. Now, the Obsidian card is for somebody who likes to travel and likes to eat out or use a lot of money on groceries. 3 times points in this category is very competitive, especially to other cards like the Amex Gold card and even the Chase Sapphire Reserve. But with only having a $95 annual fee, this makes this card incredibly competitive and one I would definitely lean towards if you're somebody who fits this category. But where a lot of credit card points connoisseurs like myself are really excited is with the Palladium. The reason why is because for a $495 annual fee, a lot of people are actually comparing this to the Venture X from Capital One. Now, I personally just got the Capital One Venture X card myself, and while I absolutely love that card, I believe my new Palladium Bilt 2.0 card is one that I'm going to be using more than the Capital One Venture X. The reason why is you get 2 points back on every purchase, and you also get 4% back in Bilt Cash, basically giving you almost 6 times points back on everything theoretically. This to me on everyday purchases or things I use in my business is an absolute game changer where Capital One only gives you 2 times points right now. But if you do use like their portal and you travel more, you can earn 5 to even 10 times points. So again, I'm going to have both of these cards and keep them both open most likely. But for you, it's just going to depend upon your spending habits and if you're actually able to get the maximum value out of each of these cards. To me though, also the welcome bonus of 50,000 points plus the $300 in bonus cash can offset rent or mortgage depending upon how high it is for at least a few months. So I do see Bilt trying to give back even though now they're technically kind of charging a 3% fee in order to offset some of the points that they're giving back to you on rent and mortgage. Overall though, this card is an absolute no-brainer in my opinion, at least for 1 year. And from there, you can always drop down to a lower tier to mitigate the annual fee if you're not using the card. So to me, I believe they made the Palladium card an absolute no-brainer for most people. And to be honest, the annual fee of only $495 is actually on the lower side of a higher tier credit card right now for travel. That's because American Express and Chase Sapphire Reserve just upped their annual fees to $795 and $895 respectively. Now I have both of those cards and I love both of those and I use them, and that's the key here. If you actually are going to use the cards and they end up paying for themselves, then it's worth having them. But if you do not, then it might be time to downgrade those or just completely get rid of them. Overall, my conclusion, I like what Bilt has done. I believe in their 2.0 rollout, and I think right now, at least for the next year, there's a ton of value in the Palladium card. And I'd also say there's a good amount of value in the Obsidian. The blue card for me personally, since I'm more advanced with this, is probably not the one that I would choose, but if you're a beginner, it's risk-free. So there you have it. There's Bilt 2.0 rollout, my own thoughts and opinions. And if you want to learn even more about credit cards, tips, tricks, hacks, and how you're able to travel the world in first class or business class for just a few $100s, depending upon the situation, smash up the like button, click the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more credit card videos like this. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video.